Deus richiama in causa mea un giudizione santo, Domini quello suo.
Beatus Deus, Labitura mea, quale mericoriste, quale tristes, in cede de me flegget me nemicus.
Introducem tuam in veritas tuam, semiductio introductio, notem sanctum tuum, in terra quello.
Et dentro ibo d'altare Dei, et Deum glorificat juventud meam.
Nunc tibo tibi miscitaro, Deus, quatis semna mea, et quae confidas.
Spere Deo coniam ad hoc in fede vorele, salutare volutus me Deus meus.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
In tuo voluntate,
Ad Deum glorificat juventud meam.
adiutorium nostrum in unidom,
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Confiteorem anti Beata Maria Sancta Virgine, Beatum Dea Concio, Beatum Baptiste, Sanctus Apostolis Petro Paolo, et Sanctus Patres Spiritus, et Presso Verite, mea culpa, maxima culpa, io precor Beata Maria Sancta Virgine, Beatum Dea Concio, Beatum Baptiste, Sanctus Apostolis Petro Paolo, et Sanctus Patres Spiritus,
Miseriator Tui omnipotens Deus, et dimissus peccatis Tuis, perducate ad vitam aeternam.
Amen.
Confiteor Dei omnipotente, Beata Maria semper Virgine, Beato Michaele Arcangelo, Beato Ioanne Baptiste, Sanctes Apostoles Petro et Paolo, omnibus sanctes et ebe Pater, via peccavi nimis cogitatione verbo et opere, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa, Deo precor Beata Mariam semper Virginem, Beato Michaelem Arcangelum, Beatum Ioannem Baptistam, Sanctus Apostolos Petrum et Paulum, omnes sanctos et Pater, orare pro mea Dominum Deum nostrum.
Miseratis imputans Deus, emissis spiritus vestris, per teos et vitam aeternam.
Amen.
Innocentiam, absolutionem et remissionem peccatorum nostrorum, et et nobis omnipotens et misericordias omnibus.
Amen.
Deus conversus ficabis nos.
Et plebs tua alitabitur in te,
Os in nobis Domine misericordiam Tua,
et salutare tuum da nobis,
Domine exaudio sinem mea,
et clamor meus adveniat,
Dominus vobiscum,
et cum spiritu tuo.
Oramus.
Kyrie
intrete con spiritu de virgitu, et de vigilis nostris et promotione, vindicar samuiem sanctum tuo Christus est. Gloria in excelsis, Kyrie eleison,
Kyrie eleison,
Kyrie eleison,
Christe eleison,
Christe eleison,
Christe eleison,
Kyrie eleison,
Kyrie eleison.
Kyrie eleison. Gloria in excelsis Deo,
Et terrax hominibus, bone voluntatis, laudamus te, benedicimus te, adoramus te, glorificamus te, gratias agimus tibi, propter magnam gloriam tuam, Domine Deus Rex celestis, Deus Pater omnipotens, Domine Filio Vicenite, Iesu Christe, Domine Deus Agnus Dei, Filius Sanctis, qui colis peccata mundi, miserere vobis, qui colis peccata mundi, suscipere peccationem nostra, qui sedes ad exteram Patris, miserere nobis, gloriantus solus sanctus, tus solus Dominus, tus solus Altissimus, Iesu Christe, cum Sancto Spiritu, in gloria Dei Patris. Amen.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuo,
oremus, in infirmitatem nostram respice omnipotens Deus, et de quia condus proprier senis gravat, beatum martium tuum Fabian et Sebastian, intercessio gloriosa nos protega, per Dominum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium tuum, qui tecum et regnat in unitate Spiritus Sancti Deus, per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Lectio Epistolae Beati Pauli Apostoli ad Ecclesiae. Patre Sancti per fidem vicerum regna operatis omnia justitia, adeptis et promissiones. Autua perunt alienum extinserunt impetu minis, effugerunt aciem gladi, convaluerunt de infirmitatem, fortes factis sunt in bello, gaspaveterunt exterum, acciperunt molieres de resurrectione mortuos suos, alii autem distantis sunt non suscipientes redemptionem, ut meliorem in venerem resurrectione, alii verolo debriae verberae disperti, in superre vinculae carceres, lapidatis sunt, secis sunt, tentatis sunt, in occiditione gladie mortuis sunt, cequerunt in melodis in imperius caprinis, et gentes angustiati afflicti, quibus dignus non erat mundus, solidibus erantes, in montibus et speluncis, et in cavea mystere, et iones testimonio fidei probati, infantis sunt in Christo Iesu Domino nostro.
Deo gratias.
Gloriosus Deus in sanctis, mirabilis in majestate, patiens voluntate. Dextera tua Domine glorificata est in verite, dextera manus tua predicatis. Alleluia, alleluia, sanctitui Domine benedicente, gloria regnitui dicent, alleluia. Dominus vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuo,
sequentia sancti evangelii secundum Luca.
gloria tibi Domine.
In illo tempore, descendensi Iesus in montes, et in loco campestri, et de turba discipulo meos, et multitudo copios a plebis ab omni Iudea, et de Jerusalem, et de Martima, et de Tyri, et de Sidonis, qui venerant audiant Eum, et semerant tua longuaibus suis, et qui vexabant tua spiritibus immundis cohabantur, et omnis turbaque batium tangere, quia virtus Deo exibat et sanebatones, et ipse levatis oculis in discipulos suos deceba, beati pauperes, quia vestrum est regnum Dei, beati qui nunc esuritis, quia satura bevini, beati qui nunc fetis, quia redebitis, beati etis cum vos uderent homines, et cum separaverent vos, et exprobagerent et escient nomen vestrum tacum malum poter filium hominis. Gaudite nilati et exultate, et celim merces vestra multa es in cielo.
Laus tibi Christe.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. My dear friends, the great danger for the church is the indolence of the youth. Indolence, the lack of flame. And so the remedy to it is the story of Saint Sebastian. Saint Sebastian is a great knight of our Lord, one of the greatest saints of the knightly order. He was the prefect of the Praetorian Guard of the emperor. So the Roman emperors had a special elite force comprising 5,000 legionaries, and they were the cream of the Roman army, and they had their own barracks next to the city, in the city of Rome, astride from the Orion War, and they were very strong soldiers. And the emperor Diocletian was a great persecutor of the church, but at the same time he was a very fine soldier himself. He was a very brave man, but he did not understand that our Lord Jesus Christ is God. So very strongly and resolutely he wanted to persecute the Catholic Church. And he had his best friend actually was, and he is the one who put him in charge, his best friend was
the prefect of the Praetorian Guard, and his man was Sebastianus. And so they would have dinner very often. They would talk about war affairs, and he was best friend and advisor of the emperor. And so one day Diocletian learned that Saint Sebastian converted to Catholicism, converted to the true faith. And so the emperor was heartbroken. And so he went to Sebastian and says, "How can you do this to me? Am I not your best friend?" And Sebastian says, "Yes, you are my best friend. What did I not give to you? I gave you the best of the best. I gave you to be the prefect of the best of my soldiers. I showered you with honors, and this is how you repay my friendship to you." And Sebastian says, "There's no offense. You know, did I not serve you in the best way? Was I not your best friend?" And Diocletian says, "Yes, but now you're betraying me. You know, how can you do this to me?" And Sebastian says, "There is no need to be angry. I am still your best friend. But Jesus Christ is God. There is no two way to it. No, the gods of Rome are gods, you know, and Jesus Christ is just a God, one God. Leave us alone with your Christ. Go back to the gods of your fathers." And Sebastian says, "I cannot." And so the emperor got very angry against Sebastian. And so he ordered Sebastian to be tied to a tree. And he told him, "You betrayed me. You are my best friend. How dare you betray me? So you're going to suffer when you die." And so they tied him to a tree. And the soldiers were very good in the art of the bow. And then he gave the order to shoot him in the arms and in the legs, so that he would die very painfully. He was shot in the lower limbs and in the arms, but not in the chest, not in the belly, so that he will have a very slow death, you know, comparable to the death of our Lord, because he would die because of loss of blood, just like our Lord died on his cross by loss of blood. So the soldiers came, his own soldiers, who loved him so much, and that's all the more painful because he was loved by his soldiers. They loved him very much. He was a very good boss. He was a very good captain. So the soldiers were heartbroken because they were forced by the emperor to kill Sebastian, who was very much loved by his own soldiers. So they had to come and shoot at him, you know, in the legs and in the arms. And then Sebastian lost his blood little by little, and he was left dead on the pole where he was attached. And so Diocletian went back to his palace, tried to forget the loss of his best friend, and he had a big dinner. And then what happened is terrifying. Sebastian, when they untied him, they thought he was dead. One came back to life. He came back to life, even though he had lost all his blood. And then he walked to the palace, and there was a trail of blood following him. And then he went straight, and everybody was terrified because they knew who he was. They knew how they tried to kill him, and that normally he was dead, you know. And so they thought they were completely, they couldn't do nothing, they couldn't lay their hands on him. And so Sebastian went, and he entered the room where Diocletian was having his splendid dinner. And he told Diocletian, you must stop persecuting the Christians, because your days now are over. You cannot persecute the true church any longer. Stop spilling Christian blood, because very soon God is going to ask you. God is going to take your life away from this world. And Diocletian would not listen. His heart was very hard. He was a very hard man, and his heart was too hard. And he says, how dare you come to me? And Diocletian refused to acknowledge the miracle that was taking place before his very eyes, because it was impossible for Sebastian to come to Diocletian. having lost all his blood and carrying all the arrows on his body still. And everybody was aghast. But the heart of Diocletian was too bad, too hardened, too proud. He was too proud of a man. And so he says, take him out and behead him. So they took him out and they cut his head. And then Sebastian died for good. But a few days later, Diocletian had a pain in the stomach, and his bowels were shed, just like King Herod, just like King Antiochus, great persecutors of the church. And so just like these wicked kings, Diocletian shed his bowels and had a miserable death. And then after him, his lieutenant Maxentius took over the Roman Empire, continued to persecute the church, but not for long. Not for long. He only had the time to kill St. Catherine of Alexandria and a few other saints, and he was very soon defeated by Emperor Constantine. So with St. Sebastian, we celebrate also the end of the persecutions, like with St. Catherine of Alexandria, St. Lucia, those saints who were at the end of the persecution, when the persecution was the worst and the most terrible. So in the same way, we implore St. Sebastian, who is a great saint of the Church of Rome, who has his own catacomb, the catacomb of St. Sebastian, which catacomb contains the remnants of St. Cecilia, also a great saint. We implore St. Sebastian to speed up the massacre, not of bodies this time, but the massacre of souls in this crisis of the church. And we ask also Pope St. Fabian, Pope and Martyr, to send us again good popes from on high. Not popes that destroy the church, but popes that build the church. And popes that are willing to shed their blood for the Catholic faith. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Dominus vobiscum,
et cum spiritu tuo.
Oremus. Et Domini Domino et Christi, et gloria Dei Spiritus.
Salve Mater misericordiae, Mater Dei et Mater Filiae, Mater Spei et Mater gratiae, Mater plena sanctilitis Dei, O Maria, salve Sa
omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum.
Et con spiritu tuo.
Suum coram.
Abemus ad Dominum.
Gratia sagiamus Domino Deo nostrum.
Deum et Deus tum es.
Regime justum est cum est salutae. Nos tibi semper tubique gratia sage. Domine sancte Pater omnipotens aeterne Deus. Per Christum Dominum nostrum. Per quam majestatem tuam laudant angeli. Ad hoc dominationes tremum potestates. Celi celumque virtutes ad beata Seraphim. Socia exaltatione concelem. Cum tuibus et nostras voces ut admittibias declaramum. Supplici confessione dicentes.
Sanctus, 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 Dominus Deus Sabaoth.
Forgive us our debts. Per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Oemus, patientis saltaibus moniti, et divinam sione formati, ademus dice, Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, Via voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentatione,
sed libera nos a malo.
per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Pax Domini sit semper vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuum. Agnus Dei, Victoris peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, Victoris peccata mundi, miserere nobis. Agnus Dei, Victoris peccata mundi, dona nobis pacem. Confetti ora Dio Onnipotente, Beata Maria sempre Vergine, Beato Michele Arcangelo, Beato Giovanni Battiste, Sanctes Apostoles Petro et Paolo, omnibus sanctis Dei Pater, via peccavidimis cogitatione verbo et opere, mea culpa, mia maxima culpa, et Dio precor Beata Maria semper Vergine, Beato Michele Arcangelo, Beato Giovanni Battista, Sanctos Apostolos Petrum et Paolo, omnes sanctos et Dei Pater, orari pro mia Dominum Deum nostrum.
Misera tu es omnipotens, Deus enemicis peccatis vestris, per vos vitam aeternam.
Amen.
Indulgentia, absolutionem et remissionem peccatorum nostrum, libera nobis omnipotens et misericordias Deus.
Amen.
Et scermus et cicutorim peccatum mundi. Domine non sum dignus tintres pecunium, stantumi verbos natura anima mea. Domine non sum dignus tintres pecunium, stantumi verbos natura anima mea. Domine non sum dignus tintres pecunium, stantumi verbos natura anima mea.
Desideratum que excellent tuos quibus in disvenimunt Deum, qui apertus Deo exibat senatus. Dominus vobiscum,
et cum spiritu tuo.
Oremus. Per effecti participatione munieris sacri presumus Domine Deus noster, ur cuius execum occultum, intergentibus sanctis martyribus tuis Fabiano et Sebastiano, sensiamus effectum, per Dominum nostrum Iesum Christum Creum tuum, qui tecum et regnat in unitate Spiritus Sancti Deus, per omnia saecula saeculorum.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuo.
et Benedicamus omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
Dominus vobiscum,
Et cum spiritu tuo.
initium Sancti Evangelii secundum Ioannem.
Gloria a Tibi, Domine.
In principio erat verbum et verbum erat ad Deum et Deus erat verbum. Hoc erat in principio ad Deum omnia per sum peccatum et sine supertum est nihil peccatum. In ipso vita erat et vita erat luxum in meus in tenebras sucet, et tenebrae non confrenderat. Quicum missus ad Deo cum erat Diveni testimonium testimonium per vedem neo domesta vertere. Non erat ilus eo testimonium per vedem. Erat vos vera culinat omnium venatum in mundo erat in mundus spes infectus est cum non conevit. In propria omnis non rescipiam. Uscutatem rescipiam Deum legiteis principiam Deus Dei, Ici que non ci nomine eius, cum in ex omnibus, nec est multiplicaris, nec quis in materiis lex Deonatis. Et verbum chiaro factum est, et eudavit in nobis et vitimus gloriam eius, gloriam quasi in fiducia Patre, plenum gratiae et veritatis.
Deo gratias. Natu barani sabugma, sadakau palangga, batu barani sabugma, sadakau palangga, batu barani sabugma, sadakau palangga, kanamu balui kaunta, nakalimu nangira aba, kanamu balui kaunta, nakalimu nangira aba. Itu sa ciudad sa suko, ang mataong maglarawan, sa unang mamisyonero, sa usang panaynipan, kanila ikaw nagpakikanda sa imong gugma. Kanamu balui kaunta, Maghimaya ka Maria, puno ka sa grasya, ang Ginoo manalangin kanimo. Bulahan ka sa mga babaeng tanan, bulahan ang bunga sa tiyan mga si Jesus.
Santa Maria, Ina sa Diyos, iyamo ang pagkakasala, karon sa oras sa kamatayan.
Aniya ang ulipon sa Ginoo.
Tuman pagkabili ka natin simula sa iyong tulo.
Maghimaya ka Maria, puno ka sa grasya, ang Ginoo manalangin kanimo. Bulahan ka sa mga babaeng tanan, bulahan ang bunga sa tiyan mga si Jesus.
Santa Maria, Ina sa Diyos, iyamo ang pagkakasala, karon sa oras sa iyong kamatayan.
Pagkatulong ng imong tao.
Puyo siya.
Maghimaya ka Maria, puno ka sa grasya, ang Ginoo manalangin kanimo. Bulahan ka sa mga babaeng tanan, bulahan ang bunga sa tiyan mga si Jesus.
Santa Maria, Ina sa Diyos, iyamo ang pagkakasala, karon sa oras sa iyong kamatayan.
Iyan po kami, Santa Maria, Ina sa Diyos.
May mo kami takaw sa kasaan sa Kristo.
Nagampo kita, ang Panginoon na umayo kami Ginoo, ibog ko sa among kasalan, para kami na pinagin sa pagpapagalo sa amin, nasabi sa pagkakaw ng Kristo ng mga anak, at siya kasama ko tumatayan sa krus, nadala ko sa iyong mga imanawang pagpaganhaw, iniyang ipanayo pinagin Kristo ng Ginoo. Amen. Himaya sa mahanag sa anak ko sa Espiritu Santo,
Ngayon sa sinugdan ka siya ako sa kapilan na tanan.
sa ngalan sa mahanag sa anak ko sa Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Amen.
Sunod misa, sunod buwan, ikaw ng Domingo.